Hey guys, RyuZekken here, and welcome to the early access of Deadass Disco. The game has been up for 23 hours as I'm recording this. I played the game for at least 2 hours before going to bed, and I had a blast playing this game, and I have been waiting for this game ever since it was on demo day 1, and that's how dedicated I am. As I progress in this game, I discovered this where you can make the bosses or the pals of Charlie Disco to be on stage like this. And I personally think this small detail is very cool and touching. It might be hard to notice since right now a lot of people are just sharing their gameplay of just playing the songs and the boss fight. The reason why I'm recording this is because the process of getting all of this was confusing, at least to me. And the game just came out, so no one got to record and share this yet. So I think I might be the first person to do so. I hope so. So I'm gonna share to y'all on how you guys can also get this, where you can get all of these bosses to be on stage like this after I play through the entire game again on New Game. I will catch you on the next one. Yo, RyuZekken here. I am doing this voiceover because I just realized while editing that my mic audio track was disabled and there's only the game audio track right now. So I'll be voicing over on what I said in this clip the best as I can. So as for this one, I remember mentioning that before we proceed to do the steps on how can you get the idols on the stage, I was mentioning you guys can do in whatever order you guys want to do. You can either be the prophet first. And as you can see on this clip, I was running to the skill tree, and I opened up the skill tree just to show my preference of which order I wanted to do: Hemlock, Aurora, Dex, and the Prophet. And now we can get started with Hemlock. So after you beat him for the first time, go ahead and try to talk to him and exhaust his dialogue for the first time. Alright, and then so you can see here, I am at the end of the first dialogue after you first beat him. I was explaining that, and then I also mentioned that we should go and talk to him again to get our clue on what we're supposed to do for this quest. I skipped through his dialogue for a bit, and now we're at the important point right here where he mentioned there isn't any power juice. And then he asks us to go and get him some power juice. Wait for a bit for me to skip through or read through the dialogues real quick.
Alright.
And then we mentioned, hang top big man. I think I saw an app for power juice somewhere. So that will be our first clue. And then after we're done talking with Hemlock, I went back to Sticks to go through the clues of what we're trying to find. I'm just browsing through all of the accessories that we got, the furniture, and then just give it a sec. And as you can see on that section, that's the power juice ad right there. But my dumbass happens to mix it. So let me skip this part. Alright, so this is where you see me actually clicking on the power juice ad. To save you some time, unlock condition, Double Station is filled with this sort of toxic behavior, which is referring to the map where we actually fight Hemlock. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to click off this menu, and then we're going to go back to Hemlock's story, and I'll see you there. So as you can see, we are now back in the fight, and I was showing you around. The moment you enter the fight, you go forward, and you can see the poster right there. I'm just stalling some time, and then you can just go up to it and pick it up. After you pick up, I was mentioning you can either go through with a fight, or you can just go and return to the bar. Alright guys, welcome back, and I apologize for the previous clip that it sounds a bit off that I have to do a voiceover because I realized in my OBS settings that I only make the audio output just for the game capture but not my mic. Right, back to the point, after you pick up the power juice ad, even though it's not exactly the power juice itself, you talk back to Hemlock. Power juice, it really packs a punch. And then you just go through the dialogue. There you go. And then once you finish talking to him after giving the poster, talk to him again. And this is the next part. What about your graffiti art? You still do that? Oh yeah. Go nick me some paint from Profit. Alright, so now the next one for Hemlock, he wants us to get some paint from the Prophet. I bet there are some spray cans lying around Dead End Drive. Dead End Drive. So technically, you can still go to Sticks. Imagine like, oh, shit, I overskip. That's fine. You can always go back to Sticks, and the detail will be there for you. Okay. Where is it? I don't remember which one. Which one was it? Is this? Oh, there you go. This is the next one. You want to get a spray paint near Dead End Drive. This is only, you can always check back here if you like not misclick, like you click over through the dialogue a bit too fast. You can always come back here. Your clues of the next item you need to get is always, okay, this one, not this one. It's always this one, and this. Just these three. Right? Oh, hey, hello, RyuZekken here. So I remembered on one of the clips, I said, if you want to find your clues, you gotta go to here, here, and here. There's actually 2 extra more. It's just 2 clues, but like, I feel like I should point that out as well at least. There's only 2 clues on this section, a bonsai tree and a pocket reactor core. What they are, I will elaborate further on the future clip after this. Alright, see you there. Alright, once again, we are back on the level select. The next item is at the Prophet boss fight. This one's a quick one. It's really, really quick. And it's easy to miss too. It's right over there. I'm not sure if you see it. Oh, let me just skip through this. Oh, sorry about that. So it's right over here. Here's the spray. Just touch that card. There you go. And that's it. Just in case, do it again. If you don't see it, it's over right. It's right here. Once again, it is either up to you. You want to fight through the entire boss, or you could just go and return to the bar. We are back here again. We got the spray paint. Now we can go and talk to Hemlock. Oh, you notice the artwork on your right side. Let me just skip through this real quick. Look at that. That's a beautiful artwork by our boy Hemlock. Alright, so let me talk to him again. Alright, so this is my favorite part of his quest. In the Infinite Disco, if you can take 2 of me, you can take on anything Harmony throws at you. It's basically what it says. We're going to fight 2 Hemlock in Infinite Disco. And now, I'm just show you right away. What I meant, I'm not going to show you the fight, but I will show you where it is. Infinite Disco, you go through down here. It should be called Double Trouble. This one. Here. As you can see on the objective, it says defeat 2 Hemlock. Put that away because of music. After you defeat 2 Hemlock, Hemlock should be able to go up to the stage and just stand there. I'm not going to record this part. You guys can enjoy yourself. See you on the next clip. Alright, so I just defeated the double trouble Hemlock first try, and then we can go back to the bar. And then when you look on your right, he's gone. Worry, nothing bad. You go back here, and then voila, you should be able to see him on top of the stage. We got our first idol on the stage secured. Next one will be Aurora. Alright, so after you defeat Aurora, now we can go and talk to her now. So you go, as usual, you go through the dialogue. You may find a certain point. Stop. Alright. After you talk to her for the first time, you talk to her again. And there you go. She will say, calculating, please try again later. And this is where the next quest starts. If I could remind her why she joined Genesis Disco in the first place, maybe that will help her decide. And then, if you want a clue, you try to talk to her again, even though she would say calculating. Right, she will say this again, but after this, you'll get your clue. Look at that. This is the clue. She once gave a bonsai tree to Prophet. That might do the trick. And then, if you're curious to see what the bonsai tree looked like, it looked like this. This is the bonsai tree that we're looking for. And since it's already mentioned that she gave it to the Prophet, we gotta go and fight the Prophet. And I will be right back. Doink. Alright. So hey, we are back. After you beat this guy, you'll go into his office. And if you see it on the corner right there, that's the bonsai tree. Let's go and get it. And voila. Got your bonsai tree. I don't need to repeat myself, but I'll just do it. It's up to you. It's either you want to keep fighting, or you can just go back to the bar. Alright, so we are back in the bar. Once you got the bonsai tree from the Prophet, you go straight up to Aurora again. Gave her the bonsai tree and just talk to her. Go through her dialogue. And then she's going to calculate just like that. She's going to be calculating again. And again, yes, I have to find her proof that we wanted her in the band. Want a hint? Try to talk to her again.
Yeah.
I need to prove she was vital to the band. If she won't listen to me, maybe she'll listen to the Prophet. I remember an old issue of Business World where he talked about her. Maybe I can find that. And once again, want a clue where that is.
Alright.
Or is it this one? Okay, this one. This is the one you're looking for. Business World, Prophet exclusive. And this is your hint. Look out for trains as you grab this and bring it to Aurora. Obviously, when you see the word train, it's referring to Hemlock. So now we gotta go to Hemlock's boss fight, and I'll see you on the train tracks. Alright, so now I'm on the train tracks. Alright, so where's the poster we're looking for? Hold up, there's a train coming. But you can see on this corner, it's right over here, it's glowing orange. And all you have to do, pick it up. And then you're done. And as usual, it's up to you what you want to do next. Or we could just go back to the bar. Alright, we are now back in the bar. We got our Business World poster by the Prophet exclusive. We go back to Aurora and bring it up to her. And then this will be the last one for Aurora. Oh, this last one this was where it got me really confused. I know the person just to help. Then talk to her again. For the hint. Just need to find a photo of Rory and her best friend. When I read this, right, I tried to keep this in mind, right? Just need to find a photo of Rory and her best friend. When I read that, oh, this time, you know, like I usually say, you can just go up to here and find a clue. At first, I can't find it. I can't find any Aurora related stuff. I thought it was this. It was not this poster. It was not this poster, because like I thought we should get Aurora related stuff. I thought the best friend was this. I thought the best friend was the microphone, but no. It's actually referring to a person. So how do I get this? I go to the picture the picture section. Find the one that says this. Memories of besties now lost somewhere in the abyss. And by this hint alone, in the abyss, I know where it is. And for us to do that, we have to go back to the Aurora stage. I will see you there. Alright, the next thing we're looking for is around these abyss of defects in the Aurora stage. Hold up. Yeah. So it's really hard for you to see because for now there's like this weird smoke or mist around you. So let's wait for it to loosen up. I don't know what's the word. Disperse. You see something glowing orange in front of me? It's surrounded by these clones, and one of the clones or defects are holding a picture. Pick that up. And just like if you can see, you exit through that way, go to the front and go to your right. Right. And now we can go back to the bar. And now once again, we are back in the bar. And by right, Aurora won't be there anymore. And voila, now Aurora is now on the stage. And without further ado, let's move into the next one. Alright, so the next idol that we're gonna do is Dex. Deckard the Machine Voltaire. Right, now, after you defeat him, talk to him again. Sorry, talk to him for the first time. And Dex will say he doesn't have enough charge to reply. Say, let me find something that will help. I think they do tell me what's the hint if we talk to him again. There you go. There's gotta be a pocket reactor somewhere that can bring him. Alright, so as for this one, you can now go back to sticks.
Alright.
Go to this section, I think. No, sorry, this one. There. Pocket reactor core. Now, lightning might just strike you twice looking for this. By the keyword lightning alone, it's obvious where it is, right? So now we'll be moving on to that stage. Alright, so we are now in the level select section. Just go to Dex. Difficulty, as always, is up to you. We're just gonna go easy because we just want to pick something up.
You're on time for once.
And the moment you enter the stage, you will see something glowing over here. And that is the pocket reactor core that we are looking for Dex.
Dex. You think you can... Here.
Right?
Brace yourself for
See, those are the lightning that they were referring to. Lightning might strike you twice. It's not that hard, just go in and pick it up. And then you got yourself the lightning reactor core for Dex. Let's get back to the bar now. Alright, so we're back in the bar. Now let's go back to Dex and talk to him. And give him the pocket reactor core for him to, like, you know, to charge himself up. Alright, after you've gone through the dialogue, talk to him again. I'll prove... Okay, this is the next one. I'll prove it. I bet the scratchers are still around here somewhere. There's a... Keep in mind on that keyword, around here somewhere. For this one, yes, you can go to sticks and check it out what it is. Go to sticks.
Okay.
And on this section, you see this. Echolator sound notes. You can begin to hear echoes in your mind. One man's trash is another man's hit song. Unlock condition. Never know what you might find around the Encore. And this is the second thing that got me really confused before I reached the point of Aurora, where we need to find a picture of her and her best friend, right? This one is the second thing that got me confused. And you're just walking around. Where is it? Don't worry, I will save you time and I will save you the trouble. You go back behind here. You see... Okay, my game lagged for a minute. And then you see here, those are the sound notes. Way well hidden around the corner. It's really easy to okay, I don't know what that is. It's really easy to miss if you're like me. You run around so fast. So you gotta take your time, look for the stuff. We got the song note and whatever this is. Alright. So I don't need to cut the clip. I could just pick that up and go back to Dex right away after. And then we give him the song notes. Right. Once you've gone through that dialogue, as usual, go and talk to him again. And then see, come to defend your little purple idol. I want to check for something. Not yet. Still gotta find that issue of Guitar Soldier. And Guitar Soldier is a poster exclusive for Dex. So once again, for this one, yes, you can take a look at it from sticks. Alright, and it's this one right here. Guitar Soldier, Dex exclusive. Unlock condition, going to such great heights to find this perfect copy. Going to such great heights is your clue. And once again, we have to go back to Dex. And I will see you guys there. I'll be right back. Alright, now we are back at this point. I love this part. Alright, you see on the corner right, Once again, there's something glowing
I'm a
orange.
master marksman.
It indicates that it's an item that we are looking for. So, and shim. Right, and then voila. And then we have picked up the issue of Guitar Soldier. Once again, let's go back to the bar. And then by right, after you pick up the issue for Guitar Soldier, the Dex exclusive, when you look on your left, and now is Dex who is on the stage. Now we have one more last idol to do. And so far, I want to tell you guys this. Out of all four of them, I think Dex is the most, I wouldn't say easy, but at least medium. But Dex is the most easiest to get it done fast. And now, let's move on to our very last idol, which is my personal favorite. And now we are at the last idol, which is my personal favorite, the big man himself, the one who make and break careers, the Prophet. Now, after you defeat him once, talk to him. Now, just go through the dialogue. I think I missed something, but that's fine. Okay. And then the Prophet would say, try to do or get something that will make you like a brother. Cause like I skipped through the dialogue a bit too fast. There it is. Maybe I could use a little reminder. Wish I could find that old photo of us tagging the DED. So now, in check, just want to make a quick correction. I think I was mistaken. It's not this one. It's somewhere around. It's either this or this, but it might most likely be this. Take a right on Dead End Drive and a trip down memory lane. So it's most likely this one. So instead of Aurora, we're going to go to the Prophet stage, and I'm going to try to find this real quick. So even if I have to record the entire thing, I'll see you there. Alright, gang, so Future Zekken again right here. I just realized my OBS didn't properly save this recording, so I'm gonna do it again. So as you enter the stage, you can see like a photo on top of this car. And after you pick up the photo, then you can go back to the bar again. And then once you're back in the bar, you will have this photo that will say something about DED. This one. DED for life. The Dead End Drive brother is a brother for life. And now, let's show this to the Prophet. Yep. Alright, so once you showed the picture to him, it's not like you're showing the picture once you have walked down through the memory lane of DED. Talk to him once more. You know someone who's about my gauntlet? Here it is. Her Onimaru is still kicking. Let me get her music in the jukebox. So, the next one is related to this jukebox right here. So now you need to get the Wish song from Onimaru in this game. You need to get the record. This is the only one time where you need to go to the record session. Just one time for the Prophet. I think it's you. No. Oh, sorry. It's the one that's locked down here. Wish Onimaru. Unlock edition. Complete the Wish challenge with 2 stars or higher. And you know what that means? You have to go to the Infinite Disco and then find that Wish right there. On the challenge section, you will see Wish. And now, even though I can play the song freely, I won't record the entire thing. So I will see you when I complete the challenge. And voila. That was the song Wish by Onimaru. So now we got 2 stars and higher. I got 3 star. Let's go back to the bar. And then you should be able to get the Wish record. I think you just got it right away instead of you needing to buy it. But let me just make sure. Go down here and you will see a check mark, which means that you own the music. You don't need to buy it like the rest of these. So, all you have to do before talking to the Prophet, you go to the jukebox and you just play the song. No worries, this song is copyright safe. Alright, once the song is playing, then you talk back to the prophet.
Huh.
I like this song. Okay, go. Then, I think you can talk to him one more time so that you can get to know what's next. The one last thing that we need to do.
Huh.
Here it is. He won't rejoin Dead as Disco unless I can convince him it's still his time. Where's that poster of Young Six? I think
All right.
I think you can see it around. I think it was here. Alright, I'm trying to find where is it. Ah, this one. Your turn, Youngblood. Poster. The jazz industry mourned when Sticks passed his torch, but most were excited to see the heights of Charlie Disco will rise to. A locked condition. Looks fit for a studio, but a bouncer might disagree with you. And that's your hint. A bouncer might disagree with you. In the Prophet, we have to go to the stage in the Prophet fight where we have to fight the bouncer before we fight the Prophet himself. Alright, I'll see you guys in the studio.
You know what it is? Take care of this clown.
Alright, once you go up, you see the bouncer, and we are now in the studio. The security lockdown. Okay, bro just missed. So, where is the poster? Walk around, and then you look behind you. You see a horizontal poster over here. This big guy is chasing me. And that's the poster we're looking for. Pick it up. And then from there, you are done. Now let's go back to the bar. Now we are now back in the bar with Wish by Onimaru running in the background. And after all of that, when you go back to where the prophet was, he won't be there anymore. And guess what? Look behind you. Ta-da! And now everyone is on stage. Starting from Hemlock, Aurora, Dex, and the Prophet. And then just like that, you now have all of the idols or Charlie Pals on stage. Thank you guys for watching, and after this video, I might also start to upload some gameplay of me playing songs from Dead as Disco. Right, that's all for today, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Capiche?